What's up everybody, I'm Mir and welcome back to the realm of Vasten. And I think I've got some explaining to do. Yes, I have changed my skin to, well, actually let me just show it for you a little bit longer. I've became a dwarf, because we're gonna build a dwarf kingdom this season. Does that make sense? I think it does, so we're gonna roll with it. Anyway, I did some stuff in between cameras that I want to show you. Actually, let me just put on my armor and boots real quick. And we'll run over to the village, because I've set up my base inside the village. It's just a temporary base. We'll move over to like our player base in the mountain eventually, but until that is built and set up, I've decided to claim some houses and build some stuff in here. So this house is just my storage. We got a box over here and a few more boxes over there, and some brewing setup, which will be explained once we move on to the next house, which is a villager market. And just for this minute, it's just like one villager, but I want to get like, I've got one villager prepared that we're gonna put in here in a few minutes, and then I want to have some masons as well to get some blocks. But I found a really cool thing with villagers. You can get infinite emeralds, even though they nerfed like the bookshelf and the book trades. But what they didn't seem to get is that if you trade in emeralds for some glass, you take the glass, you turn it into glass paints, and then we'll go over to my villager breeder, which is another house. It's that one with all the cobblestone, and I've set up a cartographer over there, and guess what? He buys glass paints for 4 emeralds. So we take these glass paints, we get 8. We just doubled our emeralds, and we got still some glass left over. So if we keep doing this, we get infinite emeralds, which is amazing. So I'm gonna move this guy over to the other building, and then we'll get some more. Actually, let me show you the full setup first. We got Bob over here. Oh, how do they call you? Bert. We got Bert. He changes these villagers into zombie villagers with lowered prices, and I think you've seen that before. And then, if you just hop in here, this is my very efficient villager breeding setup. Some bats, some villagers, and I just throw them food, and they make baby villagers, and then we somehow get them outside, get them to birds, and the rest is history. And now we got this guy and the one that's already there, and we get infinite emeralds. So next is to move this guy over to the villager market. But before we do any of that, we are here in Port Bray because I want to pay a visit to Mar's library, which is this building right over here. Is the player base of a player on the server, which is called Mar, and she provides the whole server with enchanted books free of charge. So I came over with a little gift for her, and she has been doing some work with villagers lately. She even got the zombie set up. Here, hey, wait, what? Bert, go back to my base. What are you doing over here? This is not your place. Get back to my base. Anyway, he does a lot of damage. I'm gonna stay away from that guy. Anyway, we'll probably put the gift over here. I think she'll see that. So I got here 2 boxes of weakness potions and golden apples, so she can easily convert villagers back and forth and get the best trade. So I'm gonna leave some signs over here, but if you want to see what I write on them, go check out Mar's channels. She's amazing. These guys are now together in the villager market, and I've done some more zombification and curing, and I found out we didn't need this guy after all. The librarian got his trades back down to 1 emerald for a bookshelf and 1 book for an emerald. So that means we can just take 1 emerald, get a bookshelf, break the bookshelf, collect the books, and then I had 3 that gives you 3 books. I had some more because I've been using this. And that gives you 3 emeralds. So you're actually redundant, but since these traits can get locked out, actually let's just buy these up. You can also buy the glass and trade that in if we ever need more emeralds, because I've also lowered this one down to 1 glass pane for an emerald, which is an insanely cheap price, but this all works. You also can get item frames for an emerald, and this guy also has, oh yeah, the bookshelves. These are quite useful for detailing and stuff. But I think that's enough villagers for one episode. I guess I won't be touching these guys for a few weeks, because I've kind of had it with them. To get these guys to have those traits, it was quite tricky, but we're gonna head over to Bone Bluffs with some materials, and we'll do some stuff over there, because things have been active over there, and I don't want to miss out. Remember all that concrete we laid out, like last episode, for all the houses? Well, the houses have arrived. It's almost completely built up already. I wasn't expecting this. I thought like a couple of houses would be up, but these guys are insane. It's been like 3 days since I put that there, and there's a whole village here. There's some left over in that direction, and there's a few little buildings left over here. So I want to lay out some more in these patches. I think that patch will be like this area in between the roads will still be houses, and that one as well. So I'm gonna lay some houses out in those, and then we're gonna go over to that skull that's just out of random distance over there. Let's take a closer look at it. And this is gonna be our project for Bone Bluffs. We're gonna be working on the Explorers Guild around the skull and keeping up with the skull, because there's some holes in it. And I've got some plans for it, but I'll talk to you about those once I've finished with the house layout. So I'm gonna go do that first. That's all I've laid out, because I ran out of blocks to lay things out with, but I think that will keep them busy for like maybe another day, maybe 2. I hope so. I don't want to be doing this all the time. I also want to work on the skull, which is next, so we'll head over there, set our things up, and then we'll start explaining what we're gonna be doing and start doing it. I logged off last evening, and since I logged back on this morning, there has been some work done over here, which is not by me. It seems like some people have come over to the skull and did some work on it, and I've got to say, it looks really awesome. I kind of like these ribs just poking out of the mountain, but it seems that in all that work, my shulker box has vanished. I've asked around and nobody really knows where it is, so I got myself another one, which took quite a while, but we can finally start working on this skull. And I've got some bone blocks in here, not that much, because we're not really gonna use them that much. We got a lot of wood in here though, and I need to explain the story from this skull before I'll get anywhere with the building, but it's just a giant massive dragon skull, and people have been harvesting it for the bone meal it produces, because it's like super bone meal and it accelerates everything and it's awesome. So the Adventurers Guild stepped in and they said, no, you can't take any more, we'll protect this thing needs to stay as it is right now. And they even started working on reconstructing it. But as you can see, there's not really an Explorer's Guild here, or well, the skull is not really restored. So that's what we're going to be working on. We're going to be using not these bone blocks to restore the skull, but like something similar, like maybe white terracotta or white concrete. So that will be like a visible difference, which I think will be really cool. And then we're gonna put up like a bunch of scaffolding on the areas that they're working on and stuff like that. And I think that will look really cool. So I want to start working on like one of these scaffoldings in this episode, get like a team going and like an idea of how things would look. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with that off camera, so I get an idea myself before I explain it to you guys. This seems to be rather a hard challenge, because I really want to leave the skull visible for the most part, so we can't really obstruct it with a lot of blocks. So I tried to come up with something, and I think it looks quite good actually. There's some details missing. Like I want to put some stuff at the bottom, like some boxes and some crates and stuff like that. And then I also want to add like some platforms, like maybe a platform like in between here, with just some like bone blocks and stuff like that, just laying there, like that. It looks like it's been worked on. And maybe a crane and stuff like that. Oh, I got plans. I really got plans. Well, let's head up there. I've put a ladder in here, and we can get up. And then you can see all the little details I put up in here, which is not a lot. It's just like a mix between slabs and trapdoors, which I think looks really cool. And then we got a few different layers, which I really like as well. And then we can like put like the white terracotta in here a little bit, so that it looks like some people have started working on it, which I think will be really cool. And I want to leave the skull mostly as it is. Like there's some hard edges that we just might smooth out with some bone blocks, and then like stuff like that we need to finish that horn stuff like that I will finish. But for the most part, like if there's like a whole bit missing here, I'm gonna leave that missing and start filling it in with some white terracotta and stuff. But I really want to put like one of these supports up most of the way, so I'm gonna put in a crane and like that platform I was talking about and some stuff at the bottom, and then we can see how this looks, and I'll show it to the other people and we can get some reactions to see if I'm doing a great job or not. I hope I am. I really hope I am. But I've got some work to do, and I'll catch up with you guys once this is mostly finished. I just had a brilliant idea. We've got this texture pack on the server, and it has quite an interesting quirk. When if you mix diorite and terracotta, it looks like the diorite, well, it's like paint peeling off. Like, I think if I show it to you, it will be like a little bit better. So we'll just pop in here and place these. There you can see it already a little bit. It's just like paint peeled off, which I think is pretty cool. And I think if we place like, how do I get? Just do that. Oh god, I failed that job. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Oh, it worked fine the first time. Come on. There we go. If we just put like these on top, I think that will look really, really cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. And we can also do it like in here maybe. Yeah, look at that. And then we should probably do this one as well. It just looks like they still need to like layer this with paint or something, which I think will look pretty cool if we do this like all over the place, which I think will look awesome. And then you can also see that I mixed in this white terracotta with the bone blocks. Just this part is like already reconstructed, and then over here they still need to do it, which I think is really, really cool. So I'm just gonna lay this out with diorite, and I think that's gonna be it for on top of here for now. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Let's just put like one more block in there. That's just fine. That's fine. It's good enough. And then we're gonna take a look at what we've actually done with the scaffolding. Oh, okay, there it is. I can zoom in. That's how it looks right now. But at the bottom, still a bit plain. So I've got like a bunch of grass blocks and stuff because I want this skull. This skull has to be here for like, well, the lore is that it's been here for a really, really, really long time, and I don't think it's overgrown enough for that. So I think we're gonna just add in a lot more dirt around the bottom and just build it up in places, which will look pretty cool in the end, I think. And then also around the supports, which will tie them a little bit more into the build. That was all. Okay, that was all the course that I had. Perfect. Where does that? Yeah, stuff like that. Just build it up around it, which makes it look a little bit better and like it sits here a long time than just having it. That doesn't look right. We need to build it up in places. So that's what I'm gonna do around here, and I'm also gonna sprinkle in like some crates and stuff at the bottom, and then I think we can call this finished for now. Oh yeah, that's absolutely epic. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. Oh god, this is way better than I expected. Adding in those little details, like just these lanterns and those little crates. Oh, they are just awesome. And also, this texture, I'm in love with it. It's just like brown glazed terracotta. It's amazing, and it changes with direction, so you can also use it for some different stuff. You got like this kind of block, which is kind of cool, and I think that connects. Yeah, that does. That's actually amazing. But I'm only using like these, and then also these, just to give it a little bit of different. Actually, let's make a little bit. Let's actually just change that to this one, and that. Just those little details, they just finished the build, and I think this is just amazing. I'm really happy with it. I don't know what to say else other than this. I'm gonna expand this off camera and just add like a little lower platform over here as well. I think that will look pretty cool. And then I think the scaffolding for this side of the skull is actually pretty done. And with that, I'm also gonna... I forgot. Oh, I forgot I was a dwarf. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode here. Also, before I forget, the Q&A is still ongoing. I'm probably gonna do it next week, I think. So if you have a question, there will be a link down in the description where you can leave that question and I'll answer it hopefully next week. We're also pretty close to 50 subscribers, which is amazing. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And anyway, if you liked the video, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, bye.